What it do, gang? What it do, gang? It's your boy Toy Bang, and I'm back with another reaction video. Now, the caption on this video is gonna be basically when poor people have too much time on their hands, they end up having kids. We've seen that in a lot of poor neighborhoods, there'd be a lot of kids playing around in the streets. We've seen that Komakasi. We've seen that everywhere, like in the country. You know that. Well, you know what I'm talking about, right? So in this talk, we're gonna try to dissect why really a lot of poor people end up having kids. Me personally, I know because I grew up Coca, I see that there'd be a lot of kids. But if you go into suburban areas, yeah, there are kids there, but they're not as much kids as our in poor areas, right? So is it the fact that poor people have too much time and they get bored and all they can think about is pan, toef, end up making kids? And is being poor the main reason behind that? Because even if you are poor, right, practicing safe sex and avoiding making kids, especially if you understand your situation, it's something that you can avoid. It's something that you can avoid. So in this video, like, we're gonna hear what people have to say about this situation, right? So let's just watch the coming videos. It's your boy Chloe Banger. Why nice man. Lolo.
Have kids. That's all they do, making babies. They ain't got nothing to do in their life. They ain't got no money to go nowhere. They go home, and all they got is a warm body to lay next to and get up on. I mean, no shame in it. That's what keeps the world going, I guess. That's what keeps the human population going. Y'all, shout out to the poor people out there. Salute to y'all. Keep going. You know how I know this? My school had a high poverty rate. Every single motherfucking child that graduated from that school got a baby. As we speak. I feel like they graduate, they look around and be like, well, Section 8 up, welfare up, baby daddy up. What more do I need? What more?
She made a valid point right there, because a lot of people think, getting welfare, getting grants for their children is another alternative way out of struggling every day, especially in this jobless world we live in right now, where getting a job is something else. You find that someone graduates and after that they just have kids. So it's kind of crazy because you're not helping your situation, because chances of even having the baby daddy take care of that kid, it's gonna be something else, because that most probably your baby daddy is as poor as you are, right? So let's just say, okay, the guy figures it out and actually takes care of the kid. Chances are it's not gonna even be enough to take care of the both of you. Right. That's why you have the baby mama dramas, especially in a lot of poor neighborhoods. Like, we have a lot of baby mama drama. We have a lot of, always fighting over, maintenance, support. And it's a better idea for me, if you ask me, if it's a better idea for you to have kids, hoping that the baby daddy will take care of the both of you. Now, the baby daddy might take care of the kid, but you, as the mother, it might be a problem, because the guy could only afford to do so much for himself. Imagine taking care of a kid and you. So he has to take care of two more people. So it's not even a way out of financial struggles, if you ask me. It's not even a way out. Because at the end of the day, you might find yourself in a worse shitty situation. Like, great.
Oh, umntana ungaba naye noma ungenamali uzodlala into odla. You lying. Newborn ayiphuzi ngisho amanzi. Newborn hayi. Newborn angeke izidle rice. Newborn angeke ize idle ipapa. Then you say to me, uzodlala into odla nini? You figure nini 1 year azodlala into odlayo? Stop playing yourself, man. Having a child when you're not financially stable is not cute. There's nothing cute about it. Nothing cute about it. Or those that pretend, hayi mina bengingazi yazi ngibone sekwenzekile ubone sekwenzeke kanjani. Mawenza riding ngibuthi kuzophuma iplasma. Ah guys, man, stop it.
Okay, so you understand, right? That what she's trying to say, if you don't get it, what she's saying basically is that some people would have kids and say, it's okay, the kid will eat whatever you eat, which doesn't make sense, as she says, because, like, the kid, when the baby comes on this planet, yeah, you might breastfeed, but next it comes the diapers, next comes the formula, next comes. So babies are expensive, and they only get more expensive as they grow because their demands get more expensive. You know how baby formula is so expensive. If you've ever been in the store and you check the baby aisle, you see how baby products are so expensive. So for you to have a kid without being financially stable, it's a risk. And for me, it's a sort of like a unfair move on the kid. It's sort of like an unfair move on the kid because at the end of the day, they didn't ask for you or to be born on this planet with you not figuring your life out. So my advice would be figure your life out before even considering or having a baby. Yeah, it might be unexpected, but that's why they always emphasize having safe sex. Save, like, that's the best way. Abortion aside, avoid it. Prevention is better than cure, guys. Prevention is just better than cure.
The reason poor people have so many children is because they sleep early. And the only activity they engage, of course, the juries out there will understand. Aha. The reason poor people.
This is not even shaming. This is not even shaming poor people or trying to sound some type of way like I'm on a higher pedestal or anything. It's a concerning issue that affects us as society to see children, who are brought on this planet by people who don't even have their own life figured out. Because the child is gonna need a home to stay. A child is gonna need a lot, like when it comes to security. So you figuring your life out and having sex is not an excuse because you can wrap it. You can wrap it. You can take some prevention pills. You can do so much before even considering having a kid. For me, that's selfish thinking because I personally don't even have a kid because I feel like bringing a kid will just put them in a place where they're gonna come into a world where they're gonna struggle, and I don't want that for my kids. I don't want that for my kids. Yeah, they might have you might have your family behind you, but most of the things are gonna rely on you as the parent. On top, most of the things are gonna rely on you as the parent. You have to provide. You have to take care of your kids. So it's a big responsibility. It's not something small. It's not something you can just say you can look over or you can figure out when the baby comes. No, you should have like a plan, like a serious plan when you bring kids on this planet, guys.
Prepared. Some of you, your children are going to inherit poverty. Sorry to say this, but that's how it's going to be like because of your ignorance. Some of your children are going to born into poverty because of your ignorance. You had time to build, but you blamed the government. You had time to study and sit and read, but you took time and you go have fun. And you don't know that you don't even have money to have fun. You cannot even afford to have fun, but you are out there having fun. Sometimes God will give you some situations where He wants you to focus. The reason why you don't have money, God wants you to focus on understanding His word. By the time the money comes, you have the wisdom to maintain it. Some situations are actually good, but because you lack understanding and the wisdom, you miss a lot of opportunities. Now you're starting to force life. You want to force it. When you first, let's go drink, and you don't have money. They say, no, I will buy. You go. But really, God didn't give you money so that you don't go anywhere, to sit down and start learning. So now that whole purpose of you being prepared is ignored. So you're delaying your success because you still need to be prepared.
Bro has a point right there. Bro has a point. See, in our early stages of life, we are meant to learn, we are meant to experience, we are meant to to go through things so that they can build us up. So most of us, we take our early years to actually say, we are young, it's time to have fun. But really, it's a chance to go through and understand. Then you start laying that foundation of stability, spirituality, like he said, and understanding and fearing God. Like having a fear of God is something else. It puts you in a place where you question every decision that you make. So going out and having fun, it's like the opposite of what you should be laying, especially in your early years, because most of us, we wanna have fun, have fun, have fun, have fun. When life hits and now you have a baby, that's when you wanna focus, and which is the worst time, because now you're gonna have a child crying behind you, and now you wanna lock in. But the time that you had when you didn't have that type of responsibility was the time you should have took to actually build yourself. So what do you guys think about this situation? I feel personally like, don't bring your children on this planet to inherit poverty, like bro is saying. Take your time, build yourself, and then you can have your fun. Like one thing I know that like having fun, is something. Wait a minute, it's something that as timeless. You can have fun even in your old age. You can have fun as long as you have security. I feel like time to have fun doesn't end. So, what do you guys think about this whole thing? What do you guys think about this situation? It's your boy Chloe Bang. I'll see you in the next video. Ololo.